Hello, everyone. We're doing another CGTF professional profile. I'm with Gilles LeBlanc in Surrey, BC. How are you doing, Gilles?
Good, Mark. You?
I'm doing great. It's a snowy day here in Ontario. I bet it's nicer there.
Well, I woke up this morning with frost on the ground, but yeah, it's better in Ontario, I'm sure.
Yeah. I woke up with all the buses canceled, so frost wouldn't be a bad thing. Gilles, you're a fairly new instructor with the CGTF, and one of the first to go through our Zoom live training. And we just had a nice conversation about where you're at and what you're doing, and we're going to share that with some people. But first off, you've kind of got into working with Golf Town out there, and you're enjoying the club aspect. So tell us a little bit what you do at Golf Town and how long you've been there and that sort of thing.
I'm a sales associate part time at Golf Town Langley, basically store 510, and I started October of not last year, the year before. Yeah, I'll be 2 years this October, and the funny part is I went in to buy a pair of shoes, and I came out with a job.
Yeah, that is funny actually. And your passion, well, I guess your passion's teaching. You're just starting to get the momentum going. We talked. You were down south for a little bit. What'd you do down south besides help people?
Well, I was basically going down to work as a walking scorer for the PGA. I did the American Express in Palm Springs, and then I had a weeks break between the two of them. So I joined my friends Mark and Susan Witchard, who live in Monrovia, who got me into this kind of a group of people that do scoring. And then we headed off the week after to Pebble Beach, and I did the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good.
Quite an experience, I bet,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, it is.
And that led you to your first opportunity to do a little bit of coaching instruction, eh?
Yeah, yeah. We were playing golf, Mark and I and Susan, and I could see the two of them were struggling. So I said, whenever you guys want, I can offer some pointers. And they knew I'd been certified as a level 2. So they said, yeah, anything you could do, we'd really appreciate it. So I gave him some pointers to kind of get him to get out of the rut that he's at. And boy, I tell you, the level of confidence he's gone up is just simply amazing.
Not only their confidence, but yours too. I can see, our discussion. You're eager to get going and helping more people now that you've seen that you have the skills to do it and the knowledge. Now it's just getting an opportunity to apply it a little bit more.
Yeah. Those two were the kind of the first two where I got to apply what I had learned through the Zoom training, online training that I did with you guys, which was fantastic. It was one best thing I've ever done. And then I got to Sun City, Arizona, where I spent a week before I came back to Canada, and I stayed with good friends of ours, Margan, Brian Piazza, and Brian. Same thing. He was struggling, and he knew as well that I was certified. And I said, Mark or Brian, I said, would you like some pointers? Yeah. So I basically gave him a few pointers, and I was talking to him about the swaying, and he said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, just pretend you got a pool noodle and your hips trying to knock that pool noodle out. Don't do that. And boy, what a difference. And he's texting me, or he sends me a message. He says, Coach, I had a good game. I shot 84. So it's nice to see the confidence that they're getting, and they listen to you, and they appreciate what you're doing for them. So that's very fulfilling for me anyway. I love doing that. So.
Yeah, very rewarding. And now you're continuing with education. You're working on getting your master's in club fitting.
Yeah, I was approached by our general manager, Gavin Neufeld at Golf Town, and he said, would you be interested in doing your master club fitting? I said, well, I never really thought about it because I'm just a part-time worker. He said, well, we'd like you to do it. So I wrote my exam when I was down south, did that. So now I basically got to do some piggyback with one of our club fitters, Cho. And then once that's done, I just got to write my practical, and I'll become a club fitter.
You said that you every day you get to walk into Golf Town and work. You just put a smile on your face going there and being around the equipment and people and golfers and that sort of thing. You're retired military, right?
Yeah, I did 35 years and retired 21st of June of 2014.
Yeah, and like many people, once they retire, it's like let's do something fun and let's do something that we enjoy. Still want to learn and grow, and I think that's one of the things that I take pride in with the CGTF is we see a lot of people in your scenario where they decide, you know what, I'd love to do something in golf because it's my passion, and if I learn by doing it, more power to us, so to speak.
Yeah, I if it wasn't for my wife Colleen, I don't think I would have made the step forward. But I was always playing competitive golf when I was in the military towards the end of my career. And whenever we were out with friends, her and I'd always give people pointers, and it seemed to work. And she goes, "Well, why don't you just take the course, and if you don't teach, at least it'll make you a better golfer." I said, "All right, yeah, what the hell? I'll give it a try." And speaking with you, I wasn't sure. I said, "I'm a little old." He said, "Hey, don't worry about it. We've had students that are much older than you." I said, "Okay, I'm going to go on and do it, and I have no regrets."
Wow. It's nice to hear. And it's actually nice when we see you come to the continuing education seminars that we realize, oh, you enjoy being part of the Zoom courses and online family that we have now. It's really grown since you got your certification. We do a lot more than what we once did. I'm really excited for you too. I think there's a lot coming forward in the future with golf instruction. I know that you're at Golf Town. You got a little taste of it when you're down south. I think there's going to be opportunities, and I know you've reached out to one of our CGTF master instructors out there, and I think that you're going to find your way, and that it's going to be nothing but awesome coming.
Yeah, I can't wait because I'm getting the itch now. I've done it a couple of times and it's worked. So I go, okay, yeah, I can do this. I just gotta find a site. So I'm hoping when I meet up with Curtis that he and I can both chat, and he'll give me some ideas, being the master coach that he is, and go from there. All I'm looking is forward and see where it leads me.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Surround yourself with good people. And Curtis is a great guy. I'm sure that it'll be mutually beneficial for both of you, and definitely for the golfers out there. You're in a desirable location. You have year-round kind of used to be year-round. There's more snow out in Surrey than there ever was the last few years, eh?
Yeah.
But things are good though.
Yeah, things are good. Golf industry, we certainly noticed it at Golf Town that the golf industry has boomed during the pandemic, and the golf courses here, a lot of time it's hard to get tee time.
Yeah, and I think that's worldwide almost that golf has really grown and done well. Getting products in and getting tee times, like you said, it's a lot harder than it once was. It once was, we were discounting tee times and had different programs and that sort of thing. Now it's not like that at all. It's basically, can you get the tee time that you want?
Yeah, exactly. There's demand for golf, but it's getting the tee time. And we notice at Golf Town with the products we sell, we have to explain to the customers it's going to take you a while to get your clubs when you order them, because the supply and demand is high.
Right. Absolutely.
Supply is low and demand is very high. So, but they're willing to wait.
Yeah, I think most people, when they're making that purchase and get it fitted, do it properly, they're willing to wait for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Gilles, it's been a pleasure. I think people will enjoy watching your video, and they'll definitely sense the energy you have. So that's pretty refreshing, and it was really nice to see you again.
Same here, Mark.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.